The governor's announcement came a day after the CDC extended the federal eviction moratorium, citing public health concerns. Michelle Lorenzo is live outside the studio after listening in with this press conference as well. And Michelle, what did you take away from this?
Well, Kristen, let me start by telling you first that the new deadline is now May 31st. And the governor, as we know, he's pushed back the deadline several times. He's done so several times this year. But this time around, he does say it's the last time. The governor says the state is in a process of transition. We're gradually reopening. COVID-19 case numbers are leveling out and more people are getting vaccinated. So he expects that the next 2 months will give state partners time to develop a process to implement rental assistance programs. He also wants more people to know that it's available for those that qualify. Landlords must now provide that information when giving notice.
Not going to put thousands of Nevadans at risk of losing their homes while funding exists to help them.
And he says more access to rental assistance programs may help landlords who have been feeling major impacts of the pandemic. Across the U.S., 20% of tenants did not pay rent last month. That's according to a Census Bureau report. Landlords and renters continue to face financial challenges with state and federal bans on evictions.
Heading into a little over a year in a moratorium being in place, it is challenging, especially for the smaller landlords, which make up a huge percentage of landlords in the Reno-Sparks area for sure.
Susie Vasquez is the executive director of the Nevada State Apartment Association, a group that represents more than half of the state's property owners and managers. She says if renters don't pay rent, it creates a burden on landlords facing mortgage payments and some foreclosure. She also says as the weather becomes warmer, more expenses could pile on.
But then as we head into summer, there's an elevated number of repairs that sometimes are needed because of the air conditioning systems or other systems that may have been impacted by the winter weather. So we're heading into kind of a time where expenses typically will increase.
Vasquez says landlords and renters should try applying for small business loans if they qualify. She also says rental assistance programs have been a big help.
I do want to recognize the Reno Housing Authority. They're the ones that are administering the rent assistance program there in Reno-Sparks. And they have actually opened up the ability for landlords to apply on behalf of their renters. And that is a huge, huge help.
Now, the governor says his team plans to do more outreach so people just know what resources they have available for them. Covering the story live, Michelle Lorenzo, 2 News.